Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Since 1911, the Pierre Part Store has been your one-stop shop. Family owned and operated for 4 generations, the Pierre Part Store has served the community by providing groceries, hardware, home products, and much more, including a full-service lumber yard. Now, we've added the Thibodeau store to the family with the same values and service we've delivered for over 100 years. The Pierre Part Store and the Thibodeau store, our family serving your family.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. You know, it's always good to bring you some good news. Always glad to bring you some updates of things that are happening in our local communities that's going to make a difference for everybody in the community. Glad to welcome back to the program Mr. Dustin Rabelais. Dustin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, very good. Of course, Dustin, Executive Director of the Bayou Lafourche Freshwater District. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the history of the Melodia boat launch. I mean, it's something that I've heard about, never been able to kind of see or use it, but I know that it's something we've talked about historically with hurricanes, but we haven't really talked about some of the wonderful things y'all have done.
Yeah, so the Melodia boat launch project is, I think, a great example of how after Hurricane Ida, the district needed to access the bayou to extract debris from the bayou that had fallen in during the hurricane. And immediately following Hurricane Ida, you had to create that access, build out some of the infrastructure. The Melodia project's primary function is to serve as that location. The difference is that we have the lay down pads, the launch, which you'll notice it's the widest launch on Bayou Lafourche. There's concrete parking right near the bayou so that the cherry picker trucks can pull right alongside it. So its primary purpose is to serve as that location to extract debris from the bayou. But we were able to construct it in such a way that the public will have the access to launch their boats, utilize it for fishing or whatever recreation needs they may have.
And I love the fact that there was some insight about, hey, we need this from a functional standpoint, but let us be able to build on this recreationally and make a difference. So great foresight.
That's correct. And it's not going to end with just the launch that the public sees.
Okay.
We're looking at putting a pavilion. So if a family wants to go fishing, have a picnic, they'll have a shaded area and a padded area with concrete that they can go. We're looking to put some benches and some oak trees for shade and some other concepts that we have floating around. And
so you guys have really done amazing with this. Let's talk a little bit about why we want them to save the date. Friday, May 24th, they're going to be the ribbon cutting there. And there's the flyer.
Yes, sir. That's correct. At 11 a.m. So we're asking all of the public, Lafourche, Terrebonne, wherever you may be, please come. If possible, we'd love for you to drive your boat to this event.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we'll have some of the fire departments, the sheriff's office will be there. Right before the actual ribbon cutting, we'll do a blessing of the boats that are present.
Oh, nice.
And then after the ribbon cutting, we'll have food and drink refreshments served, and the Cajun preserves will also be on site playing music as well.
Wow, very nice. So again, put it up one more time, Aaron. I want people to know everybody's invited. Save the date. The Melodia boat launch ribbon cutting will take place on Friday, May 24th, 11 a.m. Lots of festivities. Bring your boat. So it's not just for those coming by land, but those coming by sea. And so that'll be really cool as well. And then, of course, we have refreshments and we have music being played. And so you had mentioned some of those things, Dustin, about what we have as options now that are already in place. We got some big plans down the road, right?
We do. So I'm happy to announce that about a month ago, the Freshwater District hired a new public outreach coordinator, Amy Abear. And we've been very, very busy just working on what we call a master recreation and outreach plan.
Right.
And so this is just one component of it, but it's identifying these access locations that we have up and down the bayou. Some are existing, some will have to be proposed.
Right.
For the existing ones, do we have everything we need to provide what I'll just call quality access to the public? A lot of them need a pavilion or benches. Maybe they need some shade trees, or they just need to be rebuilt in general. So that plan will certainly look at all those things. And then at some point, we're going to come up with a way to, I don't want to say roll it out to the public, but seek public engagement and get their feelings for what it should be too.
Right. And so bringing Amy on is one really good thing, right? Being able to kind of get her insight about how to partner with you guys about what to do. And then together as a team, y'all are asking the community, asking the public, what it is that you see that you need.
We're absolutely going to ask that. We're also been working with Terrebonne Water District 1, Mike Sobert, who I know comes out here regularly. We've been working with Jason Bezra on the Terrebonne Parish Administration to not only just continue the recreation and enhancements on Bayou Lafourche, but to possibly expand that to Bayou Terrebonne. I know that there's a lot of work there, and that's a lot easier said than done, but at some point, someone's going to have to do it.
Right.
And so, you're looking at several government entities actually coming together to work for a common good that I think would just be great for all the residents of Terrebonne Parish.
Well, you talk about that, and if you want to talk about two government entities that work well together, I don't know that there's a better one in every aspect like Terrebonne and Lafourche.
I would absolutely agree. Jason, Noah, and that whole staff have just been so very helpful in assisting us and trying to get that project moving forward.
Yeah, very, very cool. Any closing thoughts that you have? Anything else you want to mention?
No, I think everything's going good. Last time we were here, we were talking about saltwater intrusion or the migration of saltwater northerly, whether it be in the Mississippi River or just in the intercoastal. Fortunately, as of about a month or two ago, those problems have subsided, so to speak.
And resolved.
And
because of the efforts
for now.
Right. Which is really
Due to these
good.
efforts and many others.
Yeah. Well, very happy that things are going well, Dustin. Wonderful for the Save This Date. Glad that Amy's involved and you guys are doing what y'all can. We look forward to hearing from both of you when y'all come back next time to talk about all these things that have come to fruition.
Happy to do it.
All right. Appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. That will do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. I got a whole lot more right here on HTV.